Today on POV, I am pretty damn excited. I've waited a long time to shoot this gun. This is the TTI Sandviper, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably seen the Pit Viper on this channel. Also an awesome gun, but this is essentially just an optic ready, cooler color version of the thing, and yeah, I'm psyched.
I've had them both. This is better.
This is a lot better. I'm a red dot guy, but
I am too.
I also really enjoy the look of this
How low
thing.
the dot is.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was the first thing I noticed when I picked this thing up. Typically on a 2011, I kind of feel like the 320 height when it comes to a red dot. This thing feels like it's sitting Glock height.
It shoots like a laser beam at distance too. The actual offset of the dot helps with distance shooting, I think. A little bit.
Well,
yeah.
we're gonna find out. I have pulled this trigger one time, and that was a couple weeks ago when I was out here. We shot it at like 300.
Yeah. 350. I ranged it afterward. I thought it was like 300. We were at 349.
That's insane with a subsonic 124. So this gun can shoot. Let's go down to the range where, of course, at Honest Outlaw's range, because he's got a cooler selection than I do. Your range is sweet.
It's getting better by the day.
Yeah, we're gonna go absolutely beat the shit out of this thing, and then we're gonna bring it to a distance and see how it does down there. That really does not suck. That trigger is insane. That thing's gonna get hot real quick.
It's hot.
Wayne country now.
Do a little tearing with Taryn. Taryn always does that shit. You ever see him clean a plate rack like that?
He's getting really fucking good from
It makes
the
me
hip.
very angry every time I see
He's
it.
pretty damn good from the hip though. All right, my wife Kayla, she's gonna try it out.
Shoots very good.
I feel like that's one of the fastest guns I've ever shot though, and I feel like I say that a lot.
I actually do think these are the two fastest guns I've ever shot though.
Like the splits and the way that it just fucking points, it feels.
The way the dot literally goes.
Yeah.
You know, it like barely moves at all. I always give it too much wrist. I'm always driving it down.
Yeah.
Both of them, because I'm used to like real guns.
That recoil like a son of a bitch, like a Glock 19 or something, where you gotta hunker down. But
like a Canic MC9.
They say money can't buy your ability to shoot, but it sure as fuck helps to have
Well,
a Sandviper.
Yeah, I mean, it does help.
I mean, training's 80% of it, but the other kind of relies on the quality of your pistol.
Sure. I mean, that's why they have divisions in competition.
Right.
That's why you can't take your stock Glock and shoot against something like that.
That already has a national belt, doesn't it?
A couple.
Really?
Yeah, it has a two-gun championship, a couple of them, I believe. I think that's what they use them for, because for USPSA, this gun's pretty much illegal in any other division but open division, and then in open division you're shooting power factor, which is stupid, but it is a thing, so more of a two-gun gun.
Right, to do some dueling. Sorry about the fucking win.
Well, little do you know, I'm going to let you win so my gun looks better.
Then
I'm not going to let it win.
We're going to swap afterwards and see what happens.
Stand by. Who won that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I never got him fully over though.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
No.
I didn't know if you did or not. I was just focused on my plates. I couldn't tell.
No,
The plates were flying at me so fast.
It was close.
You want to switch sides too?
Yeah.
Isn't that how they do it, all professional and shit?
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
All right, now we're switching sides and switching guns. Now I got the Sandviper.
All right.
Stand by.
Pick up a rock.
Stay in the game till you run out of ammo and then run them on my side.
How do they actually do that?
That's how they do it.
Really?
Yeah. No, I don't know how they do it. That's how they did it on Top Shot.
Really?
Wait, what do you mean? How did they do it?
So I mean, technically, you can just kind of like slow down your cadence to be able to.
Oh, I was just trying not to miss, so I had more ammo than you. and then I
that
just knock
makes
them over
sense.
on your side.
Is that like an actual portion of a competition to be able to do that though?
I don't know. I've never used the dueling tree competition.
I haven't either.
We did dueling trees on American Air Gunner.
Yeah.
The only thing I've ever seen is when they did it on Top Shot, and that's how JJ always beat everybody.
I didn't see your big staggered targets over here. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to rip
I just
on
started
that.
messing.
I like that just when we showed up, all of these targets were painted fresh. That's how much we have shot this thing. Looks great. Damn.
They shoot like 30,000 rounds, but it's only like 30 seconds footage, so.
2 seconds later, I need
But
to
it looks
get back.
really cool on camera. I really enjoy that this has the polymer grip and not an aluminum one. I love the polymer, and this is textured like
Yeah.
perfect.
So they come in both, and they were both there at the store when I bought this guy.
Yeah.
And I like the polymer better, and I like the polymer better for the flex. I like that it's a little lighter. I feel like aluminum guns, to me personally, they give you the downsides of steel without the upsides. So I actually prefer polymer over
Same.
aluminum normally.
I like the flex a little bit better, and I feel like it's easier to point with that weight reduction.
New grip is so much better than the old one.
I
Remember
agree.
the old one, the one they
Pet
first came
Viper?
out with, like
Absolutely.
in the movie?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like just kind of looks like it got stippled in its garage, and people were kind of mad.
Yeah.
This one's like a real professional looking grip
Yeah, this is nice.
with better texture.
I didn't like the original grip. The Pit Viper grip was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that. That would be my only gripe though. Like the grip safety in the back, it drives me fucking nuts. I want them all pinned all the time. I understand why they're there. Just for me personally, I want them pinned.
I want a pinned or a big memory pad, one or the other.
Yeah.
Give me one of the two.
I never try to do like a speed reload or anything.
Yeah, the reloads are nice. And they're beveled too, which is really nice. Sometimes they give you that big mag well, and there's a fucking giant edge there.
Right.
Especially at the back where you like seat the mag and go in. I bet that M&P has one. There we go. That's what I meant. See that big
Are you
ledge?
shitting me?
Every company does that. They put a big mag well on it, and then they have a big ass ledge. So when you're trying to load your magazine, it gets stuck right there.
At least this is nice and funneled in all directions, so you can be sloppy and still go fast out of this. We got to break it in properly for Chris, you know.
I mean, it's got 3 500 round range trips already, so it hasn't fallen apart yet.
Like I've done like 15 days now, and this is probably the coolest thing that I've ever carried on the channel. I think that takes the cake. It was the Pit Viper, but the Sandviper is better.
Well, the Pit Viper has the movie coolness,
Yeah.
which I'll give it a little credit for.
Right.
But that gun was so good, I just felt like it was hampered by the iron sights.
All right, so we see how this thing does as a sniper rifle. All right, now we're really far away. I think the closest target right here is 85 yards, 155. What's the third target?
230 and then 325.
That's insane. We're gonna try to do
Doable.
that with a subsonic 124 grain 9mm bullet out of a Sandviper. We'll see how we do, but you gotta break
Okay.
the ice.
Hit. Hit.
They hit that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hit.
Anybody see that?
They're kind of dancing around the entire thing.
Okay.
It's fucking windy out, by the way. It's like 20 fucking mile-an-hour wind right now. so-
And that one I'm missing is about 200, 230 somewhere in there.
Yeah, 9mm is not supposed to do that. Low. There we go.
Felt good about that one.
Last round, you got it. Who's your hold over the fucking berm?
I kept hitting low, even though I was way over the target, so I just kept inching up every time.
We're using 115 or 124?
I was using 115 Blazer, so you're gonna need to go higher.
All right. Now I'm gonna try with a subsonic round. I don't know where the my hold is. I can't see splash. That looks like it's hitting to the left.
It is. Hit.
That's weird. Here I gotta hold to the right, and here I'm dead hold.
Are you
Center-
really?
Center
It might be
mass.
the wind, because the wind's like blowing through from our back, so it might be pushing it a little off.
All right, I'm gonna hold super high at that. What is that one? 2 something?
Yeah, like I think it's 230, and the other one's like 325.
Right. Hit.
You got one hit too, though.
I'm top of the berm with that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold right edge at the close one, and then dead hold on the second one, and pretty fucking high up on the berm on the third.
So right edge on the first one?
Yep.
Hit. Oh, that was a hit.
I got about 5 left. I'm gonna try for the really fucking far one.
Below it. A little above it.
I never changed my point of aim.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I held in the same spot.
I think the cone's just so big at 300.
That's fucking solid though. What'd you say that was? 350 yards with a
Yeah,
9mm pistol?
325. Yeah.
Quite a
Last
few
time we were
of
out
them.
here, I got 3 or 4 in a row, so it can do it if it's not 20-mile-an-hour wind.
Right.
And if you get really f***ing lucky.
Yeah, get a little bit of consistency out of the deal.
I mean, you can hit 85 and 150 all day.
Yeah, for sure. Which is, that alone is crazy for a 9mm pistol. Like,
Oh, yeah.
We answered that question. The Sandviper makes a hell of a sniper rifle. Damn. All right, so conclusion is exactly what I thought it was going to be. I mean, rightfully so. This is an $8 pistol. It lived up to the expectations. This is a solid gun. Probably one of the, if not the best gun I have ever shot. It's
Oh, sure. I mean, I bought this gun, so
Yep,
if it wasn't good, I'd be very angry.
Yeah,
This would be a
that's-
very different video.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, this is maybe the best gun I've ever shot. Like as far as a 9mm gun, this or my Erebus or maybe.
Yeah, we both have our own, so that says a
We do.
lot.
It does say a lot. It does say a lot. I mean, this thing is sick. And obviously the gun that you made has similar features to this.
Right, right.
So obviously it has features that are successful. You know, the polymer grip is nice for transitions and for draws. The compensator up top helps you keep that recoil low.
Yep.
The short and light and slide helps for that reciprocating mass. And then obviously the dot is pretty cool as well. And I like how it's it doesn't have a plate, to be honest with you. It makes
I do
it
too.
more of a solid mounting system and two less things to worry about. You know, the plate screws, because I like to do this shit all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes my guns get on zero.
We
But the
never really
trigger,
talked about like slide serrations or nothing. Them were like perfectly aggressive, super easy to grab onto here on the side.
100%.
Very nice.
Yeah, if you go over the top like this, it feels really good. If you go on the back, it feels really good too.
Fudge sling it.
Oh yeah.
Now typically I'm not a fan of the curved trigger, but with this thing it feels, it's the same kind of like XC thing as me.
It's very, very slightly curved.
I don't mind that the XC has a curved trigger just because it's such a damn good trigger. And
Mhm.
it's perfectly tuned to the pistol. So
Oh, 100%.
kind of the same concept. It feels fucking amazing.
One of the top 5 triggers of any gun I've ever had.
The mag release is an oversized. It's got nice checkering on it, so it's also super easy to hit. The mag well is fucking fantastic.
What do you think of the color?
The color is the best part. That I like the burnt bronze, the copper. It just looks sick.
I think one of the things that's kind of understated too is the grip texture. The grip texture feels great.
Yeah.
Not super, super aggressive. You wouldn't want to carry appendix, I don't think, but
Oh, I would.
Would you?
Yeah, yeah.
the masochist is what you are.
Yeah.
We were talking about the magwell earlier. Show them the magwell. Show how beveled the magwell is. I mean, if you do reloads on that, if you miss, that's your fucking fault.
Yeah, right. Now, typically, I'm not a big fan of like the giant paddles on the side of this
Mhm.
because like I ride my left hand up so
Mhm.
high, I'll accidentally engage it. Didn't have that problem with the Sandviper. I think they're so tactile that you can't accidentally flip it off. which
Sure.
is hard to find on a 2011. Most of the time, like under recoil, I'll bump it up. Any Atlas I've ever shot, I accidentally engage the safety. It drives me nuts.
That's because I got those big ass 45
You do
degree
have
safeties
the
on 'em.
giant safeties on it. But with this thing, not an issue.
It's true.
Solid fucking gun though. And it's going to one of you guys. Again, linked in the description below if you want to get your chance to make this thing your own. Go give Honest Outlaw a subscription. He also is going to be in the link down in the description below. That's all we're going to do today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. You know, it's actually decently rare that I get as excited as I am right now about shooting a new firearm, but once in a great while, you get something that you're actually excited to shoot. This is one of them times.